Hey everyone, and welcome to today's deck profile for set 11, the One Piece CCG for Boa. One of my favorite leaders. I played this a lot in set 9, 10. I think mainly just set 10. But I really like the deck, and I said recently I wanted to try out cooking with it, seeing what new cards I like. So that's why the deck looks a little wonky. There's a lot of 3-ofs, a couple 2-ofs, which I don't know. I just wanted to test out, see how some of these new cards feel, right? We do have a lot of new things, right? But before we get into this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you want to support me in this channel, you can check out the links in the description. I've got a coupon code for Nen Garden, Straw Hat Pecan for 5% off. That's on top of their other sales like they're running right now. You can check out some dope play mats, right? A lot of One Piece stuff, some Pokemon, some Gundam, really nice stuff. I use their Whole Cake Island playmat, and I've also got a TCG player affiliate link as well in the description. You guys will be if you're gonna be buying any cards and also stuttering over your words. But if you're not familiar with Boa, she is a 5-life mono blue leader, 5k power, 7 warlords of the sea and Kuja Pirates type. During your turn, once per turn, you may activate this ability when a character leaves play during one of your abilities. This could be bouncing or bottom decking either your card or your opponent's card. If you have 5 or less cards in your hand, you draw one, right? So it incentivizes to keep a decently low hand size and also keep removing things, right? So that's why once Jinbe was banned, right, Boa's like strength from the Jinbe was cheating out a body, right? You're playing 2 bodies out of your hand, so you're oftentimes going lower in hand size. He's banned now, RIP. I wish he would come back. That would make my life a lot better playing Boa. Right, you could play Jinbe into this law and have a lot of success. Now, I've just had more success by just putting in a lot of 1-cost characters, obviously, right? Playing out characters early means that our hand size is lower. And I realize I don't have enough 2Ks. 8 2Ks, I don't think is enough. Now that I'm thinking about it. I don't think so. Yeah, I think we need a... So, yeah, all right. I'll put in 2 more. I normally run 12 because countering out is kind of efficient a lot of times. We are running more blockers, right? Let's get into this. We got Kaya, our first 2K counter. You can also get a lot of value out of your 2K counters by playing them out, using their ability, and then bouncing them back to hand with this law, right? Kaya's on play, draw 2, trash 2. Really nice to fix your hand. Again, it doesn't hurt to play this early. This is essentially like our 0-cost event for like... in terms of cycling out our hand, obviously, because if we have a lot of bricks, you can filter that with Kaya. We got Sengoku, Searcher for 7 warlords. There's still a lot of 7 warlords of the sea. You can probably branch out from that, honestly, with how much just other stuff is there. I don't know. I have to look more at blue for like set 11 and 12 things. But yeah, top 5 for 7 warlords. I'm trying out Carrot on play at 1 cost. Look at the top 3, rearrange them in any order. And then on opponent's attack, you can trash this character to get a 1k counter, so that's pretty nice. Pedro's 1-cost blocker if you have 4 or less. Like I said, we do often play a lot of cards out early, so if we're able to play out enough 1-costs, he could gain blocker. Previously, I was just running the law blocker, right? But he doesn't have any counter. So if we can make Pedro work, it's just nicer to have 1 card, but he's not searchable, which sucks. We got Buggy, 2k counter, on play, look top 3, rearrange them in any order, put them to the top only. We got the Doflamingo blocker that looks at top 5, lets you rearrange. We got 2 copies of Pudding, really nice. Opponent puts their entire hand back, shuffles and draws 5. We got Croc. This also does come up sometimes with how many 1-costs we have, right? He is a 4-cost on play, rest at dawn. You can return a 2-cost or lower character to the owner's hand. This can be one of yours or your opponent's, right? Law, we have the 4-cost law, 451. On play, return one of your characters to its owner's hand, and then you can bounce back a 4-cost to the owner's hand, either you or your opponent's. Jozu, we return one of our own cards other than this character, and then you can bounce back a 6 or less. Then we have the Doflamingo that lets you return a cost 7 or lower character. I'm trying out this Luffy. This was my thought because I know he bounced back a 4-cost, and he trashes a card, which we don't. Like, it hurts, but like, again, lower hand size, so this could actually help us use leader ability, right? And you're trashing a card first too, so that could help you get just cycle essentially, right? And he's an 8-cost AK power rush, so this could help us against some aggro decks. You trash a card from your hand when attacking, and then you can bounce back a 4 or less to the owner's hand. And then we have Mihawk, 9 cost, 9k power, on play bottom deck a 7 or less. We got Kaido. You can bounce back an 8 cost and a 3 cost to the owner's hand. This can be like 1 and 1, like one of yours, one of your opponents, both of yours, both of your opponents, right? And then we got Sables, 4 costs to bounce back a 7 or less. Really nice Dawn efficiency, right? 4 costs to bounce back a 7 is pretty high. We got Red Rock, just bottom deck anything. And then we have got Grab Blade, bottom deck 2, 6 or less, right? Like I said, deck's a little awkward right now, but I just want to try out some of these new cards, see how it feels. There's a lot of things that aren't searchable, so it could be awkward, but we do have more things that just generically stack our deck, which is nice. And Sengoku still finds us a lot of our key pieces, right? Like Law, Doflamingo, Mihawk, Sables. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And a lot of our 2k counters, obviously. 6 of them, blocker, right? There's still a lot of great targets with this, so I don't think we'll be whiffing too much on Sengoku, but we'll see, we'll see. But that's the list. Let's give him some games, just try it out. We'll see if I want to change anything, or right, I'm just seeing what I like about these new cards. We got Koby, and we're gonna cry because he just prevents removal, right? So oops. That's why I like the idea of the Luffy, because it essentially gets us a second removal per turn. Before it was kind of hard to do that, right? We're going to Carrot. That's pretty good, so we'll take that and that. We can at least just keep doing it, so he'll have to just bottom deck his trash, right? And then we'll play out you, and then he's a blocker, right? So he's searching. Picks up Honesty Impact. That's pretty rough for us. 6 down to KO, a 10 cost. Yikes. We do have Pudding too, so that can just always be annoying. Go here. We'll block. He has 5 in hand. We can just bounce back our own card too, truthfully. We'll see. We'll just give him the bottom deck stuff so that he or you can just choose to let it go. It's just a searcher, right? Who cares? But like the plus power can be annoying. Oh, okay. Yeah, he takes it. I kind of wanted him to put back cards because I wanted him to have less, but honestly, fair enough. I don't know. He picks up a Koby. Good for you. Good for you. I don't know why he wouldn't. Yeah, why would he defend against getting that removed? This is definitely gonna would get removed, right? We will. No, you know why? Because I wanted him to do that. Because now I get to Pudding him. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. We're going to, yeah, no, because he has, ugh. Let's go. I could also just Kaya, then Crocodile to get my leader ability online too. Let's go. Yeah, he just found a Koby, which it does hurt, but like, go 5. Okay. Where should I buggy? I've already looked through everything that I looked through with Carrot, so yeah. We'll go. Let's just do buggy first. Fair enough. We'll take a 2k, I guess. We'll swing 5. He takes. We'll go here, use effect, bounce buggy, draw another 2k. Cool. Hey, at least if he. Yeah, he has just too much in the trap. Like this, like that's also the thing. It's like there's just so much protection against removal, and like I get it because Lucci can KO stuff multiple times a turn. It's very easy for him to keep doing it. Same with like Blackbeard, right? Like with like things like the 3-cost Brook, that's a 2nd KO per turn. But I wasn't doing that, you know. I was removing like one thing a turn, so it is unfortunate. Yeah, that's just not a ideal removal or an ideal counter out point. Yeah, that is. Oh, that's expensive to save. Plus 2 more. Nah, we can't. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. We're just gonna go 2 2Ks. go 2K. And 2K. Cool. All right. We'll go add you. Then we'll get him to put back. Put back 3 cards. It is what it is. We'll just needed a body. At least we got cards out of his hand. We're still very healthy. So he's down to 11 in trash. We're not getting that trash. We're not getting that down to 2 cards. There's just no way. The hope is that we just keep bodies on the board, but you know, it's Koby, so he can just attack active, right? Wait, no, he can't. What? Wait, no. When attacking, he can't. Wait, what? Hold on. On play, he gave himself the ability to attack. Yeah, okay. That is really annoying. Am I gonna dump my whole hand? I don't have anything else on the board, so sure. He can't reach it anymore, right? No, he can. Darn it. Ah, okay. Give you 1K. I'll take the next hit. Man, I just needed something on the board. At least he put back stuff with that. All right, we got a blocker and a kite. Yeah, this is probably like our worst matchup we could see, right? Let's go here. Also, I want like a... I'll do it again. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Because I get to, it's only once per turn. It's once per turn. Haha. Let's go 7 there. Get him to get rid of a card. Haha. I found my solution. Just keep bouncing back the law. Okay. Let's go 6 of life. So we know he has the Kuzan still. Still just so difficult to deal with. So we have 4K counter. Picks up his searcher event. Plays out the Kuzan. Another Kuzan. So that's just a lot in trash. Maybe he'll deck out. I don't. Maybe that's my win con. Maybe he puts too much in his trash. Yeah, he's dead. Six. I'll counter 2. 7 we'll take. Okay, we'll have 2 blockers, so that's all right. You know. Not great, but I can do 8 Dawn to remove it. And then he just plays that out the next turn. And then I probably just die. I hate having to remove something twice. We can play out 2 blockers. Let's see. Do I want to search? Oh, dear goodness. Drawn into a 2K. We could just split between our character, maybe get him down to 0 life. Let's go 8 and 8, I guess. Have 2 blockers. Hope we don't die. He takes. Cool. We'll pass. Maybe 2 blockers saves us. Probably not. He has 5 swings, so technically we still have to counter out a 1. There's a Koby coming. I don't know. Maybe he okay, so no, he's gonna become a 7K leader, so we're actually just cooked. That's a little bit much. A little bit much. How do I deal with that? Does he put out a blocker too? If he puts out 2 blockers, like it's just over. Over. It's still technically over because he still has 3 swings here. Okay, we can go 2-1. All right, so we can get out of a 7. Do I take this in hopes that I get counter, so he just swings in and then we swing in? I don't know. Because right now I would need a 2K counter, right? We have to counter. We have to counter and just hope, right? That he just doesn't have blocker. We know he has honesty impact, right? Oh, he doesn't have blocker. So we win? Somehow? I survived? He's a 7K. We might still lose. I think he still has a blocker, no? Or no, a dead card. I have no idea. Oh, Chi-Chi. I don't know how we got that. I think we're just resilient, right? A lot of blockers, 5 life. All right, we got Jinbe. We are going second. Let's carrot. It's not bad. We'll go here. Let's trash a carrot and 1. All right. Cool, cool. I don't know if Jinbe runs removal protection like Tashigi or something like that, but like, yeah, the problem with both, there's just so much protection. There's just so much. We will go 2K. Played a blocker. I will go here, bounce, bounce, draw, boom, cool. Swing 5. Nice. I do really like carrot so far. This is a really nice addition, it seems like, for the deck. I just think that like past blue purple Luffy being a problem for us, I think, right? Like, how do we respond to their big bodies? You can't really, like, yeah, you red rock, and then that's, you can't really do too much with your 4 non, right? That is a lot. We'll take, okay. All right. We'll go 5 at life. And then we won't be able to draw, right? Because any body that removes an 8 cost, like, it's Kaido. That's the 10 cost Kaido. That's the highest like a blue card can remove besides Red Rock. There's no like bottom deck a 9 cost. There's no bounce back a 9 cost. So that's like kind of what Boa is missing. Like a 7 Warlords card that bottom decks like a 9 cost, right? So he can swing in here, but we can counter out, right? 8. I think we will 2K just to get our hand size down a little bit. And then I think I will 1K. I probably should have done the blocker, but it is what it is. Let's go 8 done. We will Kaya, get rid of, I want to keep you just to use you, to be honest. I'll get rid of 1 red rock and blocker. Okay, let's go 5 at life. And then 7 at life. He took the 5. He didn't have a lot. And he saw I just pitched the pudding. But that okay, he counters up to an 8. Okay. We'll go here, bounce you, draw, Kaido. Okay. Speaking of Kaido. Yeah, we're missing like that 9 cost, right? There's not, but I get it, because then any blue black leader gets like crazy strong if there's, but like if it's a 10 cost that just removes something, I mean, you have Buggy, right? But Buggy's not a removal deck, it's a swarm deck, right? It's like you have removal somewhat, but it's like that's not the focus. I like Boa being a blue deck that like focused on removal, you know? When did he, did this rest a card? Rest one of your opponent's characters with the cost of 3 or less. Oh, he rested this. Okay, cool. Is he gonna swing into her? Well, I feel like that's like stronger than just getting 1K counter if he commits a swing into her, you know? Arlong. We'll see what he does. Does he play out a 4 cost? Oh, just big swing at me. Or at, puts that to 8. My 10. I can save. Oh my god, I'm stupid. It's only for leaders. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm dumb. I thought it was for characters too. Well, that's my mistake. I thought it was for characters. I hate that it prompts you for like a thing that it can't do. It's just on opponent's attack, so it has to prompt you. Yeah, it's all right. Fair enough. Whatever. We'll go like Kaido, just to bounce back this, to bounce back this. We're gonna bounce back both of his searchers, but I'd like to. Oh no, I have to bounce back both of these, so I don't have. Yeah. I don't know. Like, do we just do Luffy because it's? I want to use the Luffy, and also we can keep Kaido in for like a bigger target. I don't know. Sure, I just want to use the Luffy. Go 8. Pitch you, draw from you. Cool. Nice. All right. We'll search. We'll pick up some counter. So we'll go 7 and 7. Yeah, okay, I'm stupid. I didn't read my cards, but you know. Still doing okay. Wish I kept putting in my hand for sure, of course. Yeah, again, I think this is like best use case scenario against like Zoro, like Red Zoro, which I don't think that I don't know, there was some Red Zoros in set 12 in the East, so maybe. Because it gets you just an extra removal per turn, so you can get rid of like 3 bodies maximum per turn, right? If you like grab Blade or Kaido to remove 2 and then Luffy removes another, you're hitting like not the highest cost stuff, but you know, it is something. It gets pretty expensive to trash a card every turn though. That is, yeah. But we have things like Law to recur value off of our searchers to make us go plus in hand size. But our searcher is being rested now, so who knows if he's going to get rid of it. Probably. 7 will go 1. It goes 8, we'll go 2. Oh, we'll go 1, I guess. Okie dokie. We'll go some 0 on 0. He has too much in his hand. He couldn't restand. Too much in the hand, can't restand. Let's go 5 of life. We technically can still pitch to bounce this back, but I don't really need to, I guess. Let's go here, bounce, bounce, draw. Go 7, and then 8. Oh, we got 2Ks. That's cool. Use 2-1. Go 8. No effect. So yeah, I just don't. I think it's just that Jinbe doesn't play removal protection. I don't think. GG, I guess. Fair enough. Yeah, we were too healthy and too much big bodies. There's nothing. That's kind of how Boa goes when things go right. You end up being still pretty healthy, you know, and your bodies just become too big for your opponent to respond to. I would like. What's the? If Boa got like support for like a 9 cost that removed, like it would probably have to be bounce back a 9 cost or bounce back a 10 cost and like a low power stat line, like something like 9k or 10k power. I'd like be fine with that. And I don't even think that that's crazy because it's like for blue purple Luffy, he's putting out 2 big bodies anyway the turn too, so it's not like Red Rock can respond to it properly, you know. So I don't know. I like Carrot though. Seems like a very nice card for the deck, even though it's fun fact if you didn't know, it's only for a leader, you know, so don't get caught up with that mistake. Ooh, we got green red green law. We will keep because we have some great tools to you know, do things. Hopefully we draw into a nice 1 cost. We do. Love that for me. Let's go here. We'll draw just a couple 2Ks, sure. So we're going to keep bouncing his stuff back. So, you know, I don't think he'll mind too much with some of the stuff, but because they're searchers, but 5 at us will block. Haha, take that. Sanji. Okay, let's go 5 at life. And then bounce back, boom, pass. 5 in hand, or 5 Dawn. 8 in hand. Oh, that's a pretty big hand you got there, bucko. 5 at us. We'll counter 2K. Almost miscountered by accident. Sanji coming back out. Okay. Why did I counter out with this? I don't know. That's a mighty big hand you got there, though. Bounce that back. You didn't want to. You didn't want to draw with it anyway. He didn't, or swing with it anyway. He didn't want. He told me he didn't want to swing with it. We'll go another 5. And then we'll play Buggy to find more peace. Okie dokie. We'll just keep it like that. Looking for more law or, you know, something. Just try to remove a body each turn so he doesn't have the full board of characters, right? Trying to prevent that. I don't think he's going to get it this turn either. And then we can Dofi the Cavendish, right? Unless he plays out Tashigi. He might still have it. Sanji 2K. We missed an opportunity to... Okay. Then we'll draw up to 6. No, I don't think we need to... No, it's fine. Our bodies will become too big for him anyway, right? Grab Blade would be lovely. Grab Blade would be lovely. Pick no cards draw. That's, yeah, perfect. Let's go here. Bounce back your Cavendish. Draw Carrot. We'll swing 5 at life. Should have done 6, but I don't, yeah. Free block is fine. I'm gonna play out Carrot. What the heck? That's fine. I think we'll just take 2 2Ks and then Mihawk following turn, because Kaido bounces back this and this or something, right? Do I give him back a Searcher? He'll give himself back the Searcher. It's fine. Or next turn we hit him with Pudding because big hand. And we're still at 5 life, right? So we're very healthy. Sure. Get out of an attack for free. 6 will go 2K. 9 Dawn. Maybe we do play out Kaido just to have big body, right? Because if we can just outpace him with swings, right? He can't protect against a 12K going at his board or his life, right? Another blocker. Okay. Another blocker. Another blocker. Another blocker. And then another blocker. And then another blocker. And then another one. We'll go 1. Alrighty. Big swings. Okay, we'll take... Alright. Ooh. Law is actually pretty nice, too. Could get rid of 2 things. No, not really. Let's go 5 at you. I could have gone... Yeah, I could have gone. That's fine. He got trashed. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go 7 there. I could get back some of my counter, but I'd rather get rid of 2 of his bodies like that and that. Boom. And we have a lot of counter anyway, so I'm like kind of fine. Like I said, establishing the 7K, the 12Ks, making it harder for him to just consistently use leader ability, but he has it like anyway, right? I don't know. Picks up Sanji. He's got the blockers out. We're just like kind of fishing for Grab Blade 2. I bet they're in the life. I bet they're in life. 6 at us will counter 2. You'll never believe it, but I have another 2K counter 2. We can also just hit him with a Pudding. Like, it's getting dangerous for him. Right? It is getting dangerous. Unblockable Luffy. Has anyone else gotten trolled with the alt art for this? Like, you think you got the signed Oda, but it was just the alt art. I think I did when I was like first opening up the set, because I didn't know what the alt art looked like versus like the sign. I just heard that it was like the sign and it looked like kind of like that. Otama. Ooh. Yeah, that's fine. Unless he wasn't gonna commit another swing. He probably would have committed another swing. Yeah, because he has Zoro coming out, right? Oh, Sanji. Okay. So we can bottom deck the Cavendish. Yeah, 6 cards ain't crazy. And then we can apply a lot of pressure. So let's go here, bottom deck you, draw that. I can play a blocker, or I can just get rid of this. We have 2 2Ks, a bunch, 4 left still, so let's, yeah, get a card out of your hand. Right, we know that Zoro's in there, so you do have bricks. 2 bricks, technically. Cool. And we'll pass. And there ain't nothing he's doing against Kaido. 6, we'll go 2. Nami Searcher. Picks up Chopper Blocker. Adorable. Can never be mad about a Chopper Blocker. Another Nami. Okay, so we know he has Chopper Blocker, Rush Zoro, and Unblockable Luffy in hand. So that's 3 bricks, depending on what he plays out, obviously. And a 2K counter. So 2K. Yep. Here's where he just stacks all on Law and goes at Kaido. I knew there was going to be at least one more swing coming. We'll take that. Okay. Law. We can bounce that back to hand, then putting him. Chopper Blocker coming out. So yeah, the putting's not that crazy. Let's go. I think Sables. Bounce back you. Draw. We'll go here. Bounce you back. Bounce you back. We'll go 6. Go 9, 12, play out blocker and pass. So we're very healthy. He's got big hand, but this is where we putting, because I don't know. He'd have to establish 4 cards from hand, which he definitely can, right? Zoro, Cav. We should have bounced back and then putting them, maybe. Yeah, maybe we didn't need to establish the law, right? 7 at us will block. Staying healthy, because we can't really. Well, I can bottom deck the Cavendish with a red rock, and then putting them. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, it's like impossible to keep his 5. We'll counter 1. Okay. Ooh, Kaido. Kaido could be nice. Let's go bottom deck you. 7 cards. It ain't crazy. It ain't crazy. I can just pressure the Zoro to get the same amount of cards. He's 2 blockers, so we go like 7, 7, 9, 12 at him. He has a Rad Beam, I'm assuming. But we just kind of need to... Okay, counters out. He has to counter out of this again. Yep. So we still get just tons of cards out of his hand. And then we'll get this because he's not going to give up the blocker, right? It's a higher cost, or power anyway. So we'll pass. We're still very healthy. 2, 2, 1 in hand. 3 life. These 2 will probably survive, so we'll go for game the following turn. We got out like his blockers, really. Very scary deck still. They gave him a lot of good support, so that's cool. I haven't really tried this leader, to be honest. We'll take... I don't feel in danger, especially with the counter we have in hand, but you never know. He's got like things like Restand Law, Rush. He's still got the unblockable, right? We'll go 2 and 1. We can throw away the pony now because I always miss the best time to play it. Blocker Law to bounce back the Nami, play out the Nami. He still has unblockable Luffy, right? So we know he has a brick. Okay. We'll just go here. Bounce, bounce, draw. We'll go 7 at life. And then we can go 9, 9, 12. If he counters out of this, I think we'll have to go board now, right? He's a blocker. So, yeah, we kind of have to. We have 2, 2, 1 still in hand. We know he has unblockable Luffy. He blocks out. Okay, then I think we have it. Possibly. Possibly not. Possibly not still. But if he counters out of this, then we get rid of his law, and then it's like, I'm not too worried. Okay, GG. Very good game. He had a lot of bricks. We got Shanks. We'll go second. Okay. That can't be that bad, right? We got a couple of carrot. We got removal on curve. It's just unfortunate because playing against Shanks on curve means I will play out you, pick up you, play out you. That's fine, right? Drawing some counter, get a rush. So I think the rush Luffy could be pretty beneficial here, you know, giving us some 5 and us. We will counter out with a 1k. Keep the hand size down. We'll go here, bounce, bounce, draw. See if you want to give us a card. Maybe you want to take a life because, you know, you never know. Maybe they need cards to their hand. Probably not, but it's okay. Another Shiraya. Okay. On the Yasop. We'll just 2k. Cool. 1 Dawn open. We'll go here, bounce you, bounce you. Too much in my hand. But we'll swing 5 and 5. Coolio. I haven't seen Shiraya in Shanks, but man, such a defensive blocker, right? And I guess Shiraya is just really good whenever there's a bunch of like 6k leaders in the meta, right? Because you can swing the leader without having to attach any Dawn. And Shanks pretty much is just playing on curve, you know? Kind of similar to us. We're playing a curve. At least how I've kind of structured this for the most part. See if he wants to give us a counter or take a card. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? He gives us a Lucky Roo. I pulled the treasure rare for this. It was so cool. I love Lucky Roo. He's like one of the first characters you see. Oh, that's just like, yeah, he's pretty cool. Yeah, he's pretty cool, you know? We'll go 1k. Oh, shoot, I'm stupid. Haha, I was kidding. I needed less cards in my hand. Silly. Actually didn't at all. And that's kind of sucks, is what it is. Hey, that's fine. We'll swing 6 so he can't just get out of it freely. I gotta hurt him eventually, right? And then we'll swing 7. Yep. Cool. I was thinking maybe like the Luffy if he plays out like Lucky Roo, and also it gives us a Dawn on leader, so it's like he can't just free block out of it. But yeah, this is, I guess, good against like some blockers, right? This is a 2K. 2K for a 5K since he used leader abilities. Nice. Okay, so we know he still has Ben Beckman, right? But we're missing Kaido, which is always like a really good card against this matchup because it just gets rid of like Rayleigh. We need some Red Rocks too. Shiraya, so no Ben Beckman coming out. Okay, Hongo. Oh, he's setting up. All right, we'll see. That is going to be a 9K if he swings, so he can go 9 at 5. That is tricky, huh? Or we 2K. Okay. All right. I think we'll go here. Get a blocker or two. And we'll go here. Boom. I really want to get rid of Hongo, or yeah, truthfully. And then we can also get rid of you too. I think we'll swing it. Just 7. Actually, I probably shouldn't have. I should probably just swung 6. See if he wanted to block. Because now he will become a 7K and I can't really swing at him, right, to get more cards out of hand. Well, I can, but I guess I can. But we need to hit him too. Okay, he doesn't counter out or block. Okay, he becomes a. Let's try and get him another 2 life. 8. Play out you. Okay. I think we'll bottom deck this because we don't have any. Like I said, no Red Rock. Which is kind of what I'm looking for like these big bodies that are possibly coming out. This actually does kind of hurt. Because normally, like, whenever I used to play against Shanks, back in like the set 9, 10 era, right, whenever you play out a 10 cost, I just block with like the Law blocker or Dofi blocker, and then just 1K out of leader. It's pretty nice. He gets rid of my Law. That sucks. Could have been worse. He could have played out Hongo to minus and then get rid of these guys. We can just Sables that back to hand, and then it kind of like puts him back pretty far. Don't know why he's attaching Don there. Oh, he's smart because he had to do that to play out Uta. I think we can take a card. It's our first life. Okay. Yeah, we'll Sables you back to hand. And then we'll go 6 at life. So this doesn't become a big blocker. And then we will play out blocker and then swing, swing. So we can go 2 AKs. So we can't just free block, right? I've learned my lesson. Divine Departures. Okay. Try and get rid of some of these blockers or counter from him. Would have liked to play out the Luffy to get rid of one of them, right? The Try, obviously, but had to get rid of that Newgate. Because then if he wants to play it out again, that kind of sets him back. He's not playing out a 10 cost, so I'm like a little less worried about that. We'll see. He has to give 2-1, right? I learned my lesson. It's only a 6K now. So, and he can't choose to block out of that. So that he had to counter out with the Ben Beckman at 0 cost. So that's pretty good for us. Yeah, we will draw a red rock next turn. 2k. Something like that, actually, yeah. Pretty good. So we have 2 blockers. Free 1k counter too. So feeling pretty safe with my board, right? Yep. We can just red rock that now. So that's perfect that we found what we needed to find. That's a 7k though. So we'll just probably block out. Can't do that. Nope. All right. Probably just block. Okay. Let's red rock you. Draw. We'll go 6 again. And then 7. Sucks that we don't establish another big body like that. That's also a thing, right? You know, blue removal, it's a lot event focused because the characters don't hit big targets. So if we're using a big event to get rid of big bodies, we're not playing out anything. And that's like the balance, obviously, but you know, is what it is. Is what it is. 7. Still got 2 blockers, but only 2 in hand, so maybe he takes just to find a thing to play out next turn. Who knows? He blocks. Cool. We'll play out blocker. Sure. No red rock though. So if he plays out another 10 cost, you know, we'll just actually kind of go for game. Well, it depends on what the 10 cost is. If it's the KO one, then yeah. Okay. See what he does. Does he still have a Hongo? Or did he counter out with that? He still has Hongo, right? No, he countered out. And let's see, he has another one. You can get rid of one of them. What are you gonna do? 6, 7. 7k. Pop a blocker or carrot. Gets rid of carrot. Okay. I will just give 1k, I guess. 7 will block. I don't really want to give up a 2k for that, honestly. Let's go. He's got Red Hawk. That's unfortunate. Let's go here. Let's go 7 at life. I guess I'll get rid of the Shariah. Like at this point, you know, we don't need to, I guess, bounce it back. Because I guess we don't need to, but I kind of want to get that extra Dawn because then it's like AK swing, right? A little bit hard to get out of. And we draw another, yeah, but we're still 4 life, so I don't feel like we're gonna get rushed down or anything. Yeah, Red Hawk to get rid of my blocker, so we'll give him down to 0 life, maybe. Okay, cool. Then we'll pass. A little bit awkward, but I don't know. Maybe this could have a use case. I don't know. Again, probably against like an aggro deck. Plays out 2 Shariah. So this time, yeah, we can get rid of a Shariah. That's, you know, to go for game. So we need to keep up 9, 10. Oh no, I think he's actually able to swing too high for us. We still have another Luffy though. So if we bounce back a Luffy, blocks out on 1, then we swing, you know, we might still get it next. Even if we lose both of our characters. 8. Did he attach the Dawn with them? 10, 12. I guess he did, right? Yeah, because yeah. All right, we'll just go 8 at life. Okay, he blocks out. We'll go here. Go 8. Pitch you, bounce you back. Go you. Wait, didn't I use leader building? Or because his leader ability goes first? because that's when attacking. Once per turn, I don't know. Wait, one of your opponent attacks, right? I guess his would go first, right? Yeah, we draw. Okay. We made it a 7. Okay, then we go 8, and I think we got it. Because we know one of them's Shariah. GG. But, I don't know. Like, to get rid of the blockers, it was actually kind of nice. So, maybe use case. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit rough. Like, if you're getting rushed down, I think this does help you against aggro. Because it can help you cycle out your hand, essentially. If you're at, like, that awkward point of, like, 7 cards in hand, and you want to use leader ability because the cards you have in hand aren't great. You know, you could trash a card with this, bounce something back, maybe get down there. I don't know. I don't know. Definitely don't need it. Probably as like a 4 of, I'd say. Those are some games. I really like Boa. It's a fun deck. It makes me think because you have to manage your entire like upcoming turns until like 10 dawn, right? Because you have to think about like what amount of cards am I going to be at? What do I have that I can play around being at 5 cards in hand while removing whatever my opponent played, you know, removing their tempo, right? This is nice because you can, like I said, be that second removal per turn if you need it to be. But yeah, it feels like Boa is still just missing something still because there's a lot of removal protection, and again, blue is missing something, right, in between Red Rock that just removes anything, and like Kaido, or like the 7 cost removal, right, for 7 Warlords. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments of deck profile for Boa. If you have anything you change or do differently, if you've been playing Boa, let me know. Again, a little bit of an awkward list because I wanted to try some stuff out. Final thoughts is I like Carrot a lot. Very good for the deck. Pretty just generic, really nice, you know. More 1 costs is good for it. Pedro's is pretty okay. I would say if I could find a space for the Law Blocker and Pedro, it could be pretty nice, you know, to prolong the game until we get to the late game where we're playing out our big bodies to remove stuff, right? Luffy definitely has some use cases like we talked about against aggro decks or just a lot of like kind of chump blockers. It's nice to get through that while also kind of cycling out your hand, right? Because that trashing a card if we're at 5 or less and you're bouncing something back essentially just becomes like trash 1, draw 1, which is nice for the deck. I really like that aspect of it, and it helps us swing a little higher with leader too. So definitely, I would like this maybe as like a 3 of in a deck, maybe 2 of, I don't know. In a lot of matches, I don't feel like we need it so much, but yeah, that like cycle could be pretty good. And just that secondary, like the removal, you know. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Like I said, though, I think Bo is still missing a little something, but it's not bad. I like it. Very fun. Again, let me know what you think down in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.